I'm here with my new friend Jul Yen. She is from the Philippines, and this is her first time traveling to Vietnam and on her own. So tell me about how do you pick where to travel, and how did you decide on Vietnam in the end?
I was watching TikToks. A lot of TikToks are all Vietnam videos. And I was like, oh, it's so cheap in Vietnam. Oh, there's a lot of food. There's a lot of areas to go. That's why.
So you've been in Vietnam for a couple of days now. Tell
This is
me
my second day.
your
now.
second day. What is your impression, and did it meet your expectation before you came? You're so super excited about Vietnam. When you come here, give me that first impression, how you feel about Vietnam, and how is it different or the same to the Philippines?
When I first land here, I was culture shocked with the Grab. But then I was so amazed of how kind people are. When I buy my SIM, I thought there's a lot of scammers as well. The same with the Philippines. But no, I haven't experienced any scams or anything or overcharging.
Yeah.
No, there's no overcharging here in Vietnam and no scammers.
Did you hear a lot about scammings and stuff when you travel in Asia especially? Is that why you were wary?
Yeah. Because I searched on TikTok what to avoid in Vietnam. They said lots of people are going to come to you and like force you with things. But I don't experience that. I don't even once. No, I. Hopefully, I won't experience it. Because in the Philippines, when you book a Grab and then the amount is just cheap,
Yes.
the Grab driver will like, oh, this is far. Maybe you can add some or something. Not
Okay.
all in the Philippines, but that's just based on my experience.
Okay. So most people are nice in the Philippines, maybe minus the cab drivers.
Yeah, just the taxi drivers, guys. Don't.
Okay.
But some, they're still good.
Yeah.
But in the airport, it was already on the news also.
Oh,
That there's
it's-
a lot of they overcharge.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know that you're foreigner, right? You're unfamiliar with the country.
Yeah.
So you're not really familiar with the exact prices and something.
Yeah. The Grab drivers, I find there's something unique is to have a talk with the drivers because they know so much about the culture. They meet a lot of people driving them around. So one of the things I like to do is like talk to the taxi driver when I'm in the Philippines. And one gentleman was telling me how it's very difficult for him to drive
Yeah.
and support his whole family. Sometimes his kids or wife have to help him. Is that a common story that people working one job
yeah.
is hard to support a family?
Oh, because in the Philippines, the wages there, the living expenses increases always increases, but the wage still the same. Yeah,
Okay.
that's why there's also jeepney drivers in the
Yes.
Philippines. Jeep is common in the Philippines. It's a very common transportation.
Cheap and fast way for locals to get around.
You have to only pay 13 before it was 11 pesos, I think, and it increases to 13 pesos. And then there's an issue, right? The oil price. We are affected with the oil. And then the government decided they're not prepared for the increase of the oil price. So the small families, drivers, and people who are on the, what do you call this one? On the poorest area.
Yeah.
Yeah. The minimum wage earner people, they suffer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see a way to have a more comfortable lifestyle? Because children have to leave school early to help their parents and stuff. Is there a solution to that, or is that something that many families still have to deal with?
Indian people,
India.
they lend money, right? In Philippines, it's really famous. It's called 5-6 because like they give you 5,000, you return them 6,000.
Okay.
That's some people
Super high
do
interest
that.
rate.
Yeah.
Loan
they do
shark, we
that.
call them.
Oh, yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
They do that.
They take advantage of the
Yeah.
poor people.
That's why the poor people, they are poor already, and then they became more poor.
When there is a lot of poverty like that, like you said, some people take advantage just as loan shark, having high interest rate. But other ways is like I hear a story somebody told me regarding moving to another country to work as like in childcare or nursing
Oh, yeah.
for a rich family. But because of that, a lot of companies are putting up fake fronts to scam people. So they say, oh, you'll be in Canada working for this family, ABZ. But really, they take the fee for the paperwork and
The
all that. I mean,
agencies,
and the agency
yeah.
actually eat and swallow up the money without delivering the person over to the job. Is that a common thing?
Yeah.
And what are other scams that people should be aware of?
The lot of Filipinos, they depend on agency to go abroad. Yeah. And then they trust the agency. Some agencies are scams, and some agencies you had to go through a lot before you get to go abroad. Yeah, you have to suffer like, because a lot of Filipina from the province, they go to Manila, and the agencies are all in Manila. That's why.
When you chose a career in nursing, we're talking about work and job. Why did you choose this? And you didn't choose it?
No, because my auntie, when I was in high school, she asked me, "What do you want to go to college?" And I don't even know, because I don't know why I don't know what I want to be when I grow. But then she decided for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to nursing school, and I accepted it, and it just stays on my mind now. When I go to college, I go nursing, then work nurse.
If you get to choose a job, right now, you're looking back, if you can choose your own path in life for a career, what would you choose? What would you choose and why?
I think I'm not gonna change. I'll still choose nursing because I learn a lot of things, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things in life. You discover lots of things in hospital, with families, with people, with patients. Yeah.
What are those key lessons that stick with you? You said, this is a path where it kind of helped you mature and learn a lot. Can you share with one or two big lessons that you learned through this?
Because with patients, because they're sick, right? When they're sick, like they're hopeless. They just wanna, when they are diagnosed with like specific disease, they get so depressed and sad, like they just wanna end their life immediately. But then as a nurse, you have to like comfort them. You have to like give them will to live again and to find something in their life that they can continue living even with their disease or sickness. Yeah.
What message do you give them, or how do you inspire them to have the will to live longer? Give me an example of something that you would say or do.
They have to like be strong. They have to like live and fight. They have to like take care of themselves.
Unfortunately, that's a step that a lot of people have to go through. Like in Buddhism, people say birth, aging, sickness, and death. So like it's like a thing common for most people. So a lot of people can relate to that message, and a lot of people, maybe through their life, through their experiences, they become mature enough to face those type of circumstances without much suffering. But other people, they're going to be very bewildered. They're going to be very scared, a lot of anxiety, whether they're in it or going toward that kind of path. I bet a lot of people are looking towards, any kind of idea to help them ease that moment. So do you have any insight on that? Because you work a lot with patients who are older, who are going through that phase. Is there any wisdom that they share or that you learn from your coworkers?
Oh, what I learned from them, or like any experiences?
Yeah.
What is it? There's a lot.
Yeah.
I can't even say it. It's on my mind.
A lot of people, when they're near the end of life, they talk a lot about like things that they regret or things that they look back in their life on. Do anybody ever share with you those type of stories?
They regret not living their life to the fullest. Yeah. They regret not saying to their mom and dad that they love them. They regret like, what is it? I have this one patient that she regret not saying I love you to his mom often.
Tell the people you love them and express your feelings.
You always say I love you to your parents, guys, because they're getting older.
Is that one of the things that helped you with traveling as well, that inspired you to travel? Because people say they don't live their life fully. Like this is your first trip out of the Philippines. Like what's a big motivator? You just want to see life, or like what inspired you?
I wanna restart my life, because after graduation and after passing the board, I thought before I graduate, my plan was to take the board exam and pass. And then after I pass, I work. But then after I pass, I didn't work immediately. because it's so hard to apply. And then I have to like gather all the requirements because each hospital they require each different requirements, and it's a lot, guys. It's a lot to manage. And then I just stay in the house, take care of my dogs. I think I feel like I was stuck or like left behind because some of the people with my batch they're working already and all. But then my sister said that it's okay to pause, to
Okay.
pause in life, and not everything is you'll get it immediately or you'll go there immediately.
So to avoid burnt out, you kind of took a pivot and said, "Hey, I'm gonna relax, travel, and see the world." And do you regret that decision at all? Do you feel happy now that you're out?
Now I'm so happy, guys, you know, because the Philippines, right? If you're a Filipino, you have a weak passport. Do you know that?
Yes. I
Yeah,
do.
you're gonna have a hard time coming to different countries because the immigration will think that you're gonna be a TNT. You know the word TNT?
What
It's
is
like tago na lang ng tago. It's like you're gonna be staying in that country illegally.
Okay.
And then so that you won't be reported, you're gonna hide.
Yes.
Hide that one.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Filipinos are doing that.
Okay.
That's why some Filipinos like me are affected, guys.
Yeah.
I
It happened
can't
to
even
Vietnam
go
too.
to yeah.
Especially you're a woman, it's even harder by yourself to travel.
You know, when I was in immigration, it was like there's a two immigration officer, right?
Yeah.
I was on this line for like 10 minutes. She keeps on asking me everything, like when did you graduate? Who's gonna be sponsoring this trip? Where did you get your money? And then I see this side, lot of people are just like stamp the passport and go stamp, and I was like, oh my
Why
god,
me?
am I gonna get offloaded
Yeah.
or are they gonna? How am I gonna do? I already paid the tickets and the hotel. It's like shaking, guys, in the immigration because I was thinking, oh, I'm not gonna get to Vietnam. This is gonna be my first travel, but it's gonna be get denied because of this immigration officer. But then she said like, she asked for my sister's birth certificate
Yeah.
and my birth certificate, and then she confirmed that we have the same mom.
Okay.
Because she's thinking I'm gonna go to Vietnam because my sister is here and then I'm gonna stay with my sister. But I already told her, no, my sister is in UK.
Oh.
Yeah, and she's asking me lots of tricky questions. Like, she's asking it like repeatedly. Yeah, she asked it. She's like, oh, your sister's in Vietnam? I said, no, she's not there, she's in UK. Then she's gonna ask, oh, what's your mother's name? When I said it, and then she's gonna ask again, oh, your sister's in Vietnam?
Wow.
I said, no, she's not, she's in UK. Yeah.
So back to your career, you also mentioned that being a nurse kind of had an effect on your mentality of having children. So can you tell me a little bit about what you see being a nurse and how that affected your decision to not or have children?
Oh, because it's hard to have children, guys. I witnessed a lot of women gave birth to a kid or a baby. And then, you know, in the Philippines, right, it's very, the public hospitals, they're really poor and, what do you call this one? Not complete with the, you know, one bed, there's 2 or 3 mothers with
No
their
way.
babies in one bed.
In one bed?
Yeah,
Wow.
in one bed,
Because
guys.
there's a lack
They're
of
sharing.
space. Oh.
Yeah. And-
Uncomfortable? Okay.
Yeah. And their husband or their family can't even go inside because they're inside. They might be carrying infection and then they're gonna infect the baby and the mother who just gave birth. I saw how the doctors just cut their
Yeah.
and then slice the stomach. And it's so hard. And then after you got sliced, you're gonna suffer. Oh, not suffer. You're gonna have a hard time child rearing the baby. And your mental health as well.
Mental health, the
Yeah.
calcium, I heard sometimes
You're
they
gonna-
suck the calcium out of
Yeah.
you.
You're not gonna be the same when you gave birth, they
Yeah.
said.
Let's say if you went down the route with no children, a lot of concern that our parents, our aunts and uncles have is when you get old, Yen, what are you gonna do with yourself?
Yeah,
they don't
who's
take
gonna
care
take
of
care of
you.
you?
No one's gonna be there to talk to you. You're gonna be a boring old man or woman. Well, how do you answer that? What's your mentality around growing old and not having anyone there around?
Oh, guys, that's a Filipino mentality of who's gonna take care of you. It's like you're making the child your what do you call this one? Retirement plan. But childrens are not a retirement plan that when you grow old, it's gonna be your plan that they take care of you or what.
It's not fair for the children, you're saying.
It's not
Okay.
fair, and they have their own life as well. And it's your responsibility because you bring him or her to the world. And then you give her the responsibility to take care of you. But I'm not saying it's bad. Because in the Philippines, right, the culture, we take care of our parents, our
Yes.
grandparents, yeah. But I think the next generation, they are open-minded to not do that to their children.
For the people that want to move to the Philippines, do you have any advice on moving there, where to live, or what they should understand about the culture? Generally, what kind of things do you see people do when they go to the Philippines and you're like, oh, that's a no-no, or you wish that they would know before they come?
Should they advise? It's okay, but guys, there's more other better countries to go. I swear. You can find another country. No, don't live in the Philippines, guys.
Okay, so it's not, you're saying it's not the top choice. That is the first advice.
Yeah, not the top choice, guys.
Okay.
You can look for other countries with good governance, with good government, and that's
You know, it's one of the most popular destination for retirees and expats. So what if they're hard-headed and they still want to go, like those millions of people?
There's a lot of good places. Yeah, the provinces, islands, beaches in the Philippines. They can go there, I think. Depends on the person.
Okay, so pick an island that you like
But not in the
Dumaguete,
city, I
Surigao.
Yeah, not in the city exactly, I think.
City life is not there.
Yeah. Depends on the lifestyle that you guys want.
If I meet you again in 5 or 10 years, where will you be? Where do you hope to be? Career, you personally, family? Do you see anything coming up?
I think I'm gonna be working on that. I'll be working in UK in 10 years.
Okay, so you
I'll be
choosing
there.
not to live in the Philippines yourself?
Yeah! Oh my god!
So your
Yes.
plan is to, is it difficult, that process?
It depends if because in 2 years there's gonna be an election. Yeah.
Okay, so right now in the near future, you do have some plan to move out and
Yeah,
live in
to
the
come
UK
back
and things.
here again in the Philippines.
Okay.
But my plans are I'll be moving in UK with my sister. I'm gonna help her work, guys, because she's been working her whole life. She worked 7 days a week when I was in college, just to send me in college. Yeah.
So if I want to interview you in the 5 years, I gotta go to the UK to find you.
Yeah, really.
Yan is gonna be hard to find. She'll be in the UK.
No, I will find you.
You'll find me.